Hey you, before the video starts, consider dropping a like, a comment, and maybe consider subscribing. This really does help the channel grow. On to the video. Hey guys, it's Main here, back here with another account review. Today we are looking at Smoke's account. Smoke's a longtime viewer, yapper, and community member of the Discord. Redeemed channel points today on stream, and so we are doing the account review for him. So as always, before the video starts, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I don't even know why I'm saying that. I have an intro that says it. Anyways, always a good reminder. Anyways, let's get into the review. Today we're looking at Smoke's account. I already said that. 28 statue levels, shrine levels rather, 27 on Crescent Shrine. Could very easily get that up to 28 for the extra crystal and spawn, giant spawn chance. I would highly recommend trying to, waste a few candies to get this to 28. It's definitely very useful. I think you're probably at 40k hours on Fractal Island already, but that is a great thing. Ugh, oh my god, okay, you're not. You're not there because you don't have the candies to get there, so I probably wouldn't spend your candies to do it, but it's definitely something to consider. Considering how far you pushed in Windwalker, is it... I mean, I think it's completely... I kind of want to say it's almost necessary. I kind of want to say it's completely necessary to try to hit Mastery 5. You're going to need that Fractal Island bonus because of how much percent stealth it provides you. But considering how far you pushed in Windwalker, does it offset it? I don't think so. I think to get to Mastery 5, I think you almost need it to push. But I actually don't know the answer to that because I don't have much point of comparison between the people who have done the Mastery push or not. It does not. You don't need it. You don't need that for Mastery 5. Are you in Mastery 5? Are you near Mastery 5? I can remember what fucking skill it is. Mastery 4 right now. Floor 6. You have one character? Okay. This is interesting. Yeah, fractal's like extremely powerful because I mean your characters are 624. Honestly, Smoke, if you want more stealth, I think the best way for you to get stealth is by leveling up your characters and sneaking. Because I mean, I'm in Mastery 4 as well myself, but I'm level 713. Your character's minimum here is 624, so you could get 90 extra levels here pretty easily. I only spent one day on the ghost floor with like single black belts on my characters, and I was able to get to 700. So I think if you had black belts and yellow belts for the EXP on the ghost floor, I think you could very easily get up to like 700 in sneaking. And that's going to give you a pretty good increase to sneak percent, at least like base percent for stealth. If you had the Fractal Island bonus, it would be even more powerful because obviously it gives you sneak percent per level as opposed to base stealth per level. But still, that base stealth is pretty important because obviously there's a lot of multipliers to sneaking percent. And the more levels of sneaking you get, the more that'll factor into it. Because it acts as like that base for it can multiply, but you can definitely get a lot levels here. Also, if you were to get the 90 levels across 9 characters and 40 levels here on this one character, 90 times 9 is what, 810 plus the 40 here, 850 levels. That's pretty significant for Bravery sword damage as well because it scales off the measure bonus. So I know you recently were pushing Bravery a lot. You recently got Bravery multi, so this is going to help you get more sword damage. Wait, hold on. You got Bravery multi at 38k hours? You lucky motherfucker. Lucky motherfucker. But yeah, definitely doing more Bravery hours pushing, trying to get this to 50k and eventually 100k is what you want to do. So you can start getting Bravery bonus multi a little more reliably to help you scale your mining efficiency, help you scale your gaming bit gains, all this stuff. Level 12 multi, yes, but he only has 38k hours. Consider that. Main calling Smoke lucky. He's lucky in at least this aspect of the game. That is, listen, that is this is Bravery multi is an accomplishment of its own. Really, like, congratulations to this at the very least. Even if you're not lucky in other aspects of your account, which I'm fully aware of and I'm not going to call out today on stream, this is a really good accomplishment because Bravery multi is incredibly powerful for your prints, for your gaming bit gain, for your bell progress, your bucket fill rate. It gives you a lot. It really supercharges your prints specifically because of how much mining efficiency you can get out of Bravery. Not having Bravery multi couldn't be me, and that's crazy. I don't know, man. Okay, you're doing the split opal strat. It's pretty good. Stamp levels, you have 14 exalted stamps. You have mason jar, crystalline. I would consider probably leveling crystalline again, because you could realistically get there. It's obviously you need to, have extra stacks of bricks in your inventory, so you might be able to hit this potentially. I mean, you have the carry capacity for it. You just need to expend the storage space for it, but it is very possible for you. Same with mason jar. I feel like you should try and get this up another 4 levels or so. So, leveling it kind of naturally. It's only 60,000 of the jar shards, which I know how much drop rate you have. It's not really that unrealistic to say, but it's definitely something you can do. Other than that, you have refinery stamp, vendor, sigil, golden apple. You have the carry capacity, you have the bug carry capacity, drippy drop stamp, summoner stamp, multi-tool, divine, and I think that's it, unless I'm missing something. Unless I'm blind. I mean, I agree with all your picks here. I'm not going to disagree with anything. The one bit of debate, which I personally don't believe in too much, is a lot of people put exalted on atomic stamp, which, yes, it can be good. Is it that worth it? I don't think so, because there's other sources of atom cost reduction that are cheaper, and exalted stamps are a rare resource, so I wouldn't really put too much emphasis on it. I think I'd rather see a stamp on, honestly, I honestly have no idea what other stamp I do. Maybe drop rate, I guess? I don't know, because I mean, this would go from 37 to 60, 74. It's the extra 37% drop rate, which with all the multipliers is a little bit higher than that. Yeah, if you're going for another, I know you're active on Windwalker a lot, so you're probably going to be able to hit the 15 exalted stamps, but it's not a bad one to do. To be honest, I'd probably put it on drop lot stamp because of the carry capacity, or the liquid capacity, because this is like base capacity. Every single level you get of a liquid cap actually gives you a ton of liquid cap. So this might help you level up your bubbles a little bit more if you're a candy clicker, or just generally level up your bubbles a lot. It's a little bit better on the grind. I think with how much atom cost reduction we have, also because you are a 2 Deathbringer enjoyer, I don't think you need to really do atomic stamp. I think drop lots is probably a better choice for you. The reason I mentioned 2 DBs being important is because obviously the very last upgrade in the grimoire, which mind you is not possible for another year or so, maybe less than that, depending how strong Bovenet hoarding is, it would give you a higher atom cost reduction than the 26% the stamp would give you when you double it. So yeah, I mean, in terms of stamp power, I think drop lots is actually better and a little bit more quality of life improvement than the atom cost reduction, because realistically, what are you going to spend your atoms on in the atom collider, right? Extra helium level? Who cares? Who cares? With your trillions of prints, it's taking you 87 days. If you reduce this by 10%, you're going to go down to 70 days, 60 days at most. My opinion, it's just not worth it. Well, okay, no, because this takes into account your current atom generation. Since you recently reprinted, you're stacking up Gold Relic, you're stacking up the Moonaprint Relic, you're stacking up Big Ol' Mole, you're stacking up the Event Shop multiplier if you have that. So yes, you're exponentially increasing your atom gain every single day, because every single day that goes by will multiply your atom generation. So right now it's saying 87. Tomorrow it's probably going to say 84. And then after that, 81 or whatever, because every single day that goes by, the Gold Relic and all that stuff keeps stacking up, which means you get more and more atom generation. So at your current generation rate, it'll take you 87 days, but the next day that rolls around is going to reduce this by a lot. Definitely max out Laboratory Fuse and Food Lust. Those are really good ones to I'm kidding, of course. I would rather see your points probably invested into voter rights. Ballot bonus was kind of a meme when it came out, but considering how powerful ballots, the ballot box can be, it's definitely worth it to put points into voter rights here. To be honest, the matching skims damage bonus isn't really that much to write home about. I think it's a better idea to put your points into voter rights because of the potential it could give you. Because right now, I think the ballot rotation is like farming related. It's not summoning. That's a lie. Oh, Big Ol' Mold doesn't reset. I don't know if that's visual or not. So currently this is crop value, EXP, and next crop chance, which isn't really that impactful because it's not really that good. But the liquid generation would be really powerful. Yeah, this week, next week is going to be pretty huge for liquid generation. There's other good ones like kill per kill, which is going to make your V-Man portal speed run probably a lot easier. There's another one for refinery cycle speed, I think, is a good one as well. Summoning EXP is insanely powerful to help you get towards 140 on star signs. There's a variety of ballot bonuses that are actually really strong for your account. So I think scaling it is not a bad idea. It just unfortunately happens to be that there are people who think like the class EXP one are actually like really, really good, when all actuality it's just really bad. That'll always happen, but more often than not, there's a lot of good ones that'll outcompete with the bad ones. AFK gains, a shrine level up gain, yes, all that stuff is really, really good. It's honestly, ballot box is kind of meta shifting depending what the bonus is, because if you think about it, remember a few weeks ago when shrine EXP came out and almost everyone in the community like blew up because of how powerful this was. It was the driving factor for how people got 29, even 30 levels of shrines. And, you know, the shrines became really important considering he nerfed Crescent Shrine recently. So, yeah. Class EXP is always nice. What a troll. Kangaroo, 10 megafish. It's insane. 19 mega feathers, pretty insane. Good job, good job. We talked about stamps already. Bubbles, candy clicker for sure. Definite candy clicker here. Get 500 minimum on the bubble levels. Yeah, I would get prowess area up to 1500 because that's a very easy one to do, especially with your prince that you have now, your skill efficiency that you have. What else is a good one? Severe purple is really, really good. I'm surprised you don't have higher on your purple cauldrons here. Let's see, 6,300 on Bojack. Yeah. Bubble levels are pretty good. If anything, I would probably level Call Me Bob more. I mean, I'm personally pushing towards 20k myself. I think that's honestly a good use of your atoms is throwing everything on Call Me Bob, because obviously the more you scale skill levels, the more bravery sword damage you get. So construction is the highest level skill that you have in the entire game. So definitely pushing Call Me Bob is really, really good to help with that bravery sword damage. When it comes to cauldrons, especially next week, when the liquid generation, or sorry, when this video comes out, it's probably not going to be next week. I think the week will have already passed because I'm recording this on May 24th, so the ballot bonus may have already gone and expired by this point. So your liquid cap and rate during that week that I'm talking about are going to be a lot easier to pump up into. So doing more bubo grinding to help level up the cauldron levels is going to be really important. And pushing them to 1,000, I think, as a base is going to be really good for you, for anyone anywhere in the game, because of, you know, how easy it's going to be with that increase because of the ballot bonus. So as you know, as we talked about your Equinox bonus, you pumping levels into ballot box multiplier. Getting this to 1,000 should be relatively easy for you, especially with how juiced Cranium Cook has become with 420 plus talents. I think getting it to 1,000 on cap and rate is definitely something you want to do. Remember to take off the Viaduct of the Gods upgrade in the lab to increase your liquid generation. Go on Tremor Worms because it gives you the most the most amount of what's a word I'm trying to say. Most amount of Cranium Cook time. before you even get into liquid grinding a little bit further, try to level up Crescent Shrine to 28 to get a little bit extra crystal spawn chance. If you're able to, before the next ballot rolls over, to get crystal into 280, that'll also help you get more crystal mobs. The more crystal mobs you kill, as a combination of those two things you increase, will increase your cranium cook time, because the more crystals you kill contributes to more cranium cook time. Looking at your bubbles again, I wanted to check your cooking roadkill. 10,000. Okay, that's pretty good. So you're pretty set up there. It's just the crystal spawns you could get to be a little bit higher. And then you can make a really big push to get 1,000 on cap and rate for water drops, liquid nitrogen, trench water, and toxic mercury. Have these supers. Do you? Yeah, you do. Okay. Yeah. Remember to do your shimmer if you haven't already. Shimmer is free skill EXP. Yeah, Shrine to enable happen to Candy Fractal. Perfect. Do you have like biggie hours or something? Like, were you gonna get the 30,000 hours you need for Fractal Island? Because it feels like you're pretty far off from that, because you've 20k here. Okay, so you need like 22. You need like 22,000 hours. So you need 7k hours of candy. Yeah, you need between 6 and 7k hours of candy. So do you have a bunch of biggie hours you can kill? Account. Storage. If you do sort, it'll be towards the end. Somewhere. I think I might have skipped over it. Am I blind? 4 a day, and dude, it's not too far off. I don't know. Candy from giants. Yeah, giant spawns as well. Yeah. Gold stopwatches. Yeah. I don't know where your spawns are, but I mean, I truthfully don't know if you can get, I mean, how much drop rate you have. I think you're 100 plus, right? Like a 127 or so on your DK. 110. I mean, I don't think you have card set. Oh, you do. 110? 127. I mean, with 127x drop rate, I think if you were to get like a 2, 3, well, no, probably like 3 or 400 orb, I think that's realistic for Biggie. You should be able to get a decent stockpile of candy, but I don't know if you're realistically going to be getting 6k to 7k hours, because how much drop? What are you guaranteed? 1, 2, 4, and 12s. I think those are guarantees. 24s and 72s are still less likely. You do 700 orb on Biggie. Just, yeah, remember to do your daily basketball for an extra candy as well. The thing sort by type. Sort by type. Ah, interesting. I didn't know that was an option. With like boss. Upgrade, quest item, pet egg, fishing, gamer soil. It's just the bags. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like with the low amount of spawners you have, I don't think you're gonna get enough candy to get to 40k fractal. Even if it's 4 a day, if you spend the next week, 7 times 4 is 28. So you can guarantee 12s, I think. So 1 plus the 2 plus the 4 plus the 12. So 19 hours of candy per biggie times by 24 biggies is 456 hours. And you get giant candy. You can probably get like hundreds of each of them. So plus 100 times 1 plus 100 times 2 plus 100 times 4 plus, yeah, I mean, even if you're lucky. And then like the 72s you get from Biggie, you're probably gonna get like what, 5, if that. I'm forgetting about the 24-hour candies. Okay, 24 times, you probably get like half of the time, 3k hours, and then you probably get some 72s from the giant mobs. I don't know. I think based off my napkin math, I don't think you're going to be able to hit the amount of candy you need to push Fractal Island. What else? What else am I missing? Coliseum, yeah. Do you have any tickets stored up? You could try and cope and do the post office box for tickets. The 1 in 1,000 chance you get there, or 1 in 100, whatever it is. I don't know. I think if you do get it, it's going to be close, but I don't think it's likely you get it soon. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, Refinery, I always recommend trying to level up Refinery. It's more DK damage, helps with the Hound Eye. Being Colo broke, yeah. Meals? You're all done with your meals. I remember you posting a screenshot of it. What's your cauliflower? Cauliflower. You're at a 15 ribbon on this. It's pretty good. 110. 16 on yummy peach rings. It's a little unfortunate. I would definitely hard focus yummy peach ring, trying to get this to 20. No matter how long this takes, getting it to 20 is really powerful for your account. It's like the best meal in the game. Speaking of meals, I want to see, you're at 20. You maxed out on red mushroom and sheepy. That's really good. You had shiny pet level up rate 18, 18, 18, 18. So you're pushing that there to 20. What are you missing for shiny multi? Because this feels low. Summoning bonus. Lamp? Breeding? Why do I feel like this is low? Okay, I guess it's not that low. I thought mine was 6k for some reason. What's your breedability? Not that far off, actually, then. For some reason, I thought... Never mind. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, I think the lamp wish is the biggest difference. The crop bonus, probably. You're at 210. I'm at 217, I think. So that's probably the other big factor. Crop scientist pencil could also be another factor. So the grimoire, crop, spirit crop research. We're pretty similar in levels here. Okay, DB grinding. You're at 61. Okay, talents for thee. You're pushing towards a wraith damage 5, accuracy 5. Bovenet hoarding is the big one you should focus on, honestly. If you are using the Deathbringer sheet, which I honestly recommend, I would 100% try... That's the wrong one. Copy is what I want. I would 100%, instead of focusing on your next upgrade being Wraith damage 5 and Wraith accuracy 5, put it towards Bovenet hoarding, because it'll give you a rough idea and sketch of how many hours you're off from Bovenet hoarding. This is the big push. Honestly, I think roughly 97, maybe 98 of 97, 98 of Bones of Plenty. Hey Charlie, what's up? Thanks for the Twitch Prime, man. Pushing Bones of Plenty to 97, 98, I think is probably where you want to stop. This new version of the spreadsheet, for whatever reason, like doesn't care how many levels you put into Bones of Plenty. It always thinks it's always worth, which, to be completely honest, it's costing trillions of rib cages to level it up a single time at 97s. This just is not worth. And this version of the spreadsheet is just bad for calculating Bones of Plenty, to be completely honest with you. So I don't know what happened, but there's some error. It feels wrong. But yeah, I would definitely calculate off of your Bones of Plenty here. Sorry, you try to get to like 97 Bones of Plenty and stick your next big upgrade on Bovenet Hoarding, because this should calculate the cheapest, most efficient thing for you to farm to get there. And this will help you save a little bit of time in the long run. Yeah. And obviously, you know, with the testing we did on stream today, mob respawn may or may not play into how many bones you get. So play around with your mob respawn and see if you can reach higher rates of rib cages, femurs, Bovenet skulls, cranium skulls, whatever. Okay. 18 on talents for everyone. Oh, you're at 17 for Windwalker. I mean, I feel like 18 is pretty good. I feel like 18. I mean, 18, getting an extra talent level would help you with the sneaking grind, to be completely honest with you, because it'll give you more sneaking EXP. It'll give you a cost reduction so you can level stuff up more, and it'll help you get more gemstone multiplier. Very minimal amount, obviously, but this would help ever so slightly in trying to push mastery. So even if you aren't able to push the sneaking island upgrade, this might help you get like an extra, like, I don't know, 10,000 stealth or something, which is pretty bad. But still, the extra talent level might help you with dust farming. It might help you with the deer multiplier, with the, obviously the stealth percents, as I obviously mentioned, the class EXP, the coin generation, every single talent. It's just really good. And you're pretty close to that plus 18. So maybe stick your Windwalker, as much as you probably hate to do that, into Lab and Divinity for another day with the mindful style, and you probably will level pretty close to the plus 17 level or plus 18 level you need. Yes, I know. Okay, gaming wise, unfortunate. Slab? Party dungeon, my man. Oh, party dungeon for sure. Yeah, the mantra, honestly, is probably better. So you don't have to get off the Windwalker grind. I don't know how Divvy Slippers would work, but I would consider putting Divvy Slippers on your Windwalker so that it can get the extra EXP for mantra. I'm assuming it works like that, but yeah. Farming wise, I mean, all farming is just daily resets, trying to do your magic bean trade-ins for evolution GMO. Obviously it takes a lot of time. I do a daily reset every single day. That's kind of what daily means. I do a daily reset. I trade in my magic beans. I try to put most, if not all, of my points into evolution GMO. I try to aim for the less than 1 second crop time, so I can, which you have reached, which is pretty massive for farming, because it means more overgrowth cycles. It means you get more magic beans in the end by upping your speed GMO. So it's still worth to put points into speed GMO. It's still worth to put points into OG fertilizer. That's why I recommend either a 2-1-1 or 3-1-1 split. So 3 levels of evolution GMO into 1 level of speed, 1 level of OG fertilizer, and that kind of helps a little bit. Oh yeah, it's a huge difference in going for new crops, because it's really fast. It's less than a second claim time for glassy crops. It's really powerful. But still, I do recommend putting more points into speed GMO. The reason being is because you are hitting the less than 1 second growth time by the time you hit the last glassy crop, which, you know, doesn't help you until you get there. So it's you do want to try to hit that less than 1 second growth time a little bit easier. So maybe consider leveling up nutritious soil a little bit, and maybe consider getting a few more levels into speed GMO so you can hit it earlier in your crop selection cycle. So you can get it here or here or here. That way you don't have to rely on getting this last crop to get to that 1 second growth time. So yeah, I see you've equalized the crop cost to 1 trillion across the board, which is really good. The next big thing to try to do is try to go for 10 trillion. In terms of, is it worth it or not? I rate it no. It's not really worth it to try to hit 10 trillion across the board, because the biology boost, for example, at this stage of the game doesn't give you a whole lot of crop evolution chance. So for that reason, leveling this up isn't particularly worth it. For me, it gave, like, instead of 2.1 E136, it gave me 2.12 E136. So whether you gauge that as worth it or not is completely up to you. I personally don't rate it as that important. The farming EXP, though, I would rate as pretty important, because the more EXP you get for farming, the more crop evolution chance you get, the more cooking speed you get, etc. Product doubler just really isn't worth it, because you're hitting the value multi-cap anyways. More beans, this is obviously like really worth it, so this one I'd probably rate pretty high on trying to get to 10 trillion. The crops, the land rank levels are pretty important, because it gives you more crop evolution chance, so this would be worth to get to 10 trillion. Stronger vines, so it's potentially good, because this could give you more magic beans. The way, I mean, trying to get this to 540% is the next big breakpoint, but every single level you put into it now, it might give you more magic beans. It just depends if it grows that additional crop, because right now you have a 2% chance at growing that additional crop, which right now isn't worth it, but the more levels you put into this, getting it to 10 billion, getting this to 10 billion is going to be pretty good to help you towards that. And also, I think you want to focus on stronger vines first, to where the crop is the same as nutritious soil, because you can farm them both at the same time. So level up stronger vines until it hits like the green beans or whatever this is here, the edamame pods. I don't know what you want to call them internally is the code, but that way you can level up both stronger vines and nutritious soil, because they have different costs to each other. So you may be able to level the nutritious soil, you may be able to level up stronger vines whenever you collect it, but considering these are, I think, the basic or earthy crops, these should be really easy for you to grow, especially since they're taking you way less than a second to grow, like 100 milliseconds, 200 milliseconds to grow these. Yeah, 200 milliseconds to grow these green beans. Like it's a joke. It's a joke. Oh yeah, no, it's a complete pain. That's I kind of focus this. I kind of want to go back, and honestly, this might be a little cooked, but I kind of want to go for 540% stronger vines, which is going to probably be in like the hundreds of trillions of cost, because that extra crop for me would be pretty significant, because it essentially means every single additional crop on the vine is going to give me 10,000 extra base, or 10,000 extra crops, which in the long run, as your OG multiplies and you get up to like 1 mil, 2 mil OG, that means you would get a lot more magic beans from it. So by leveling up stronger vines, you would get more magic beans, which means you can level up Evo GMO a little bit more. 38 trill per upgrade. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, definitely, comparatively, the day market grinds, stronger vines, nutritious soil, those ones are probably the more important of them. More beans as well. I think trying to get this to 10 trill, this to 10 trill, this to 10 trill, and this to 10 trill are going to be more important than the other ones. And maybe smarter seeds as well. Honestly, after we get done with this review, I think we're going to go do that, swap off my crops, and go to these and try to level them up. Okay. This is a good distribution. Yep, this is all good distribution. I don't disagree with any of this. Beanstalk's all maxed out. That's good to see. Yeah, I mean, I don't have really much else to talk about. I guess shrines, or statues, rather. I mean, you're a Windwalker enjoyer. There's nothing I'm going to do to convince you. If anything, I would consider DK grinding a little bit to get your div spiral up, to get more divinity EXP to help you out with that plus 18 grind for your Windwalker. The more divinity EXP you get here makes that grind a little bit easier. So consider, honestly, while you level up your Windwalker, go get more divinity shrines. You can probably level this up like 3-4 levels, which doesn't sound like it's going to be that significant, but you might be able to get an extra. I mean, let's compare. Let's compare here. Oh wait, I'm right here, aren't I? Yes. So I'm at 222 div spiral. It's 488 EXP with my Dragon Warrior statue at 221. Currently, I'm at 6,400%. You're at 5,900. So there's a 500% EXP difference here. 488 to 455. So I mean, 33% base divinity exp here. You could stick your Windwalker in lab with the mindful style for like 12 hours, and in that 12 hours you DK farm on Tremor Worms to level up your div spiral like another 2-3 levels to get a little bit more div exp to maybe push you over into the threshold to get that plus 18 talent level. That's probably the way I'd go about it, and then have some characters in there for the mantra style to help get some more div exp, because I mean you're pretty close. I think it's 191, right? So you're 6 levels off. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It is not that bad at all. Okay. Man, oh man. I think if you want some really grindy goals, I think the big thing for you, I think obviously divinity, getting the plus 18 talents as we talked about. The other big thing is statue grinding, trying to get this up to 7 or 8k. Bubbles, I hear people throwing out 500k to a mil as bubble level goals. Stamps getting to 20k just passively over time. That's just going to happen. And obviously gaming is another thing I would probably recommend. Trying to get the 24 sprout capacity, trying to get 25 stale, trying to get like a billion nugget, 10 billion nugget, etc. Yeah, I think that's probably good enough, more than enough end game grindy stuff for you to focus on. If anything, I know you're probably going to be doing compass and Windwalker grinding a lot, so I'm sure whatever I say, it's some of it's probably going to go one year out the other, because you're probably just going to stick on Windwalker and do that anyways. So do as you do. I think where you are in the game, I think you're more than welcome to do whatever you want, especially at this stage with how far you've pushed a lot of these classes and how much you know about these master classes. I'm pretty sure you know what to do and what to do to help your account progress. So Smoke, I'll go ahead and stop there. Not much of a roast, I'm sure, as you were expecting. I wouldn't do that to you. You have you just want a bow. Yes. Yeah, I'm very aware of that. I'm sure you'll find something to do, but definitely the div grind is something you want to do. A little bit of bubble farming, getting up to 500k or a mil. Statue grinding to 7k or 8k is something you want to do. A little bit more gaming here and there to help you a lot. So Smoke, hope that helps a little bit. Give you a little bit of perspective of things you should look out for on the horizon. And if you have any questions, as always, you'll yap away in the Discord, and I'll see you there. Have a great day, YouTube. And remember, I know the outro is going to say this. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye. Hey guys, I just want to say as a last thing, thank you to all of my Twitch subscribers and YouTube channel members. You guys really help the channel grow and really motivate me to continue making videos. If you guys do also want to support me on YouTube, it's just $1 a month for a channel subscription at the lowest tier. You can choose to give more if you want. Just want to say that. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate your support. Have a great day. Bye.